What's your opinion of Carlos Sainz? He's a fantastic driver. So today we are going to get 57 laps of racing here in the Miami street circuit. The track temperature right now is a little bit lower than it was yesterday. It's 43 degrees. I had to, zoom in physically because the text is very small. Air temperature is 28.4, so it's a little bit cooler than yesterday at the same time of day. So we are now looking at Logan Sargent, who is getting ready there in the car. We will get going with the formation lap in just under a minute. So the tire covers are coming off, and who's that? Camila Cabello once again. So yeah, the hard tires are, as I was saying, the tire to count on for this race. It's gonna be the MVP. So those who are starting on the hards will, with those who have a new set of hards, I was gonna say, have a big advantage. Those who do not are gonna have to be pretty much forced to do a strategy that includes going from the hards to the mediums for tires. For tires' sake, but are not going to be able to push as hard as. I mean, that strategy, I would assume it's pretty much the same as going from the hards to the softs when it comes to times, because you'll have to extend the hard stint a little bit more. But the thing is, those who have a new set of hards will be able to push a little bit more on both of the stints, with the hards and with the mediums. So that, I think, should be a bit of an advantage there. So far, we are seeing a bit of smoke coming from the McLaren, but I think that's normal. Pretty much everyone is going to be starting on the mediums, other than Hamilton, Alonso, Bottas, Magnussen, and Ricciardo. Hamilton, Alonso, Magnussen, and Ricciardo are going to be starting on the hards, and Bottas will be taking the soft compound. The only driver to be starting on the softs this race. So yeah, Hamilton, Alonso, Magnussen, and Ricciardo on the hards, everyone else on the mediums, and Bottas will be on the soft. So the predicted strategy is a one stop, as I said, with around 18 to 19 laps of the mediums for most of the drivers, and then on to the hards, or vice versa, waiting until the last 19 laps to put on those medium compound tires. I thought this was later. No. It is right now. So, guys, if you enjoyed the coverage this year so far, if you enjoyed the coverage this weekend, make sure to drop us a like before the race starts. It really helps us out. And yeah, we are now looking at the formation lap as Verstappen makes his way into the third sector, through the back straight and into turn 17. I'm nervous, says Silent Sojourner. That always happens before the race starts. Did the race just start? Not yet, no. The formation lap is underway. How is Daniel Ricciardo in last place? He qualified in, I think, P17, and he had a 3-place grid drop from last race, so that's why he dropped 3 positions, and is going to be starting in 20th. Hamilton on fresh hards? I think so, yes. Alonso's not going to be on fresh hards, though. He doesn't have a new set of hard tires. Let me check. Hamilton. Oh, no. Hamilton is on. Yes. Hamilton is on new hards. He's got 2 sets of new hards. Alonso has got 1 set of used. So he's on the back foot, whatever you want to look at from. Magnussen and Ricciardo are the other 2 drivers starting on the hards. Magnussen does have a new set, and Ricciardo does also have a new set. So there's only 2 drivers who don't have a new set of hearts, and that is the 2 Aston Martin drivers. But that could also be because they do a little bit of like scrubbing to those tires. They wear them. That's something that they've used for the last couple of years as well. So might be a new set. I honestly don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are underway. It's a clean getaway from Max Verstappen, who immediately gets up ahead. Now it's a fight between the Ferraris into turn 1. That's Carlos Sainz right in front. Oh, Sergio Perez locks up and goes really wide there. Almost rejoins the track, touching with one of the McLarens. And luckily that was not the case. That's Oscar Piastri already up into 3rd place. It was a clean start, even though it was a little bit chaotic. Sergio Perez did not have the temperature into those brakes into turn 1, so that's the McLaren taking full advantage of that. So Leclerc is up into 2nd place. That's Oscar Piastri up into P3. Carlos Sainz drops down to 4th place. That's Sergio Perez ahead of Lando Norris, P5 and P6 for those two. Lewis Hamilton gets a good start up in P7. Alonso also gets a good start up into already P13. 2 places up, Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly dropping down to P14 and P15. That's Alonso moving up ahead of Ocon right now. That's Lando Norris looking to attack. The Aston Martins are fighting, and so are the Alpines. Super close. Oh my God, are they not making contact there? No, they are not. That's millimetric precision side by side all through the last complex of turns. Those 2 Alpines going too wide. It's insane. Side by side, Gasly and Ocon. They're giving us a lot to talk about on this first lap as they go through the back straight. Still side by side. Let's see who manages to get up ahead into one of the final corners there. That's Nico Hulkenberg attacking, actually. They're still side by side into the final few corners, and it looks like that's Gasly who finished up ahead right there. Nico Hulkenberg was looking to attack Lewis Hamilton, still attacking. Hamilton goes around the outside into turn 1. Oh my God, that's a fantastic move for Nico Hulkenberg, who gets up into 7th place and is ahead of Lewis Hamilton right there. I think Hamilton may have a problem. He's under pressure right now from Yuki Tsunoda as well on the Toro Rosso. George Russell's right behind them. Yeah, so Lewis Hamilton dropping, right now he's in the same place as he started, but Nico Hulkenberg made up 2 places there. Oscar Piastri with a great start up into 3rd already. Alonso moving up 3 places as well. And another big loser was George Russell down 3, and Bottas down 3 himself as well. P19 for him as Danny Rick brings the rear of the pack on those hard tires. He is 13.5 seconds off Max Verstappen now as Pierre Gasly gets past Alonso there. Pierre Gasly is going side by side with the Spaniard through the 2nd sector. Esteban Ocon wants to make a move there as well. That's the Haas going wide. The Haas with the the Haas of Magnussen with the Sauber of Bottas going wide there. I think Bottas may have to give that position. Yes, he does. Magnussen takes that 17th place, but right now he's lacking the arrest. That's what the cars behind have. Let's see, that's the Saubers trying to go wide, trying to make an overtake. Alonso right there. Oh my God, that's an overtake from Albon on Ocon there. Albon gets past round the inside as Zhou gets ahead of Kevin Magnussen into that the end of turn 17 through the final sector right there. Bottas also managed to make a move. The new fastest lap of the race is being held by Oscar Piastri. Oh God, this is off sync by a bit. That's catching up. That's much better. Yeah, I was like 5 seconds off the live feed and my maps were screwing up. But that was a good start to the race, guys. That was a good start. Leclerc now just barely holding on to that 2nd place. Oscar Piastri is half a second behind. Verstappen is a 2.5 seconds clear of the rest of the pack already, of course. But Piastri is 7 times behind Leclerc. Half a second splits himself with Sainz as well. Sergio Perez is making a bit of a gap behind. So is Norris, Hulkenberg, and Hamilton, though, is getting pretty close to that Haas, looking to re-overtake as they join the back straight into turn 17. That 3rd, let's call it the 3rd DRS zone. Is there something that's going to happen at the end of this lap? How did Ricciardo end up P20? He started there. Let's see, no overtakes happening there at the end of turn 17 for this fourth of 57 laps at the Miami circuit. So we have Verstappen leading from Leclerc, Piastri, Sainz, Perez, Norris, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Tsunoda, and Russell rounding out the points. Outside of the points, we got Stroll, who is less than half a second behind Russell. Then it's Gasly, and then it's Alonso, Albon, Ocon, Sargent, and behind we have Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, and Daniel Ricciardo. There's a few trains already starting to form there. One is behind Gasly, one is behind, I think, Hulkenberg. Yes, behind Hulkenberg as well. And of course, behind Leclerc, there's a pack of three right there, battling for that second place of this race. Does anyone else hear the Dutch anthem? Oh, it's ever present, that one. That one's ever present. Just, wanna get all the lyrics done, wanna get all the lyrics memorized before, the end of the race, so that you can sing with fervor. That's Oscar Piastri trying to go around the inside into turn 17. He manages to make the move on the Ferrari and is up into second place, up 4 places from the start, and ahead of Charles Leclerc and ahead of Carlos Sainz. DRS open for both of the Ferraris as they try to make some headway back into that second place. It was pretty close to different lines being taken by both of the Ferrari drivers as they were trying to retake that position, but it seems like the gap is widening a little bit there. There's a chase still ongoing, but the gap is getting a little bit wider. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw in a few laps' time a bit of a change in positions between the Ferraris to be able to attack Oscar Piastri, because right now he's getting away. 0.8 of a second is the gap between Leclerc and Piastri right now. As Russell gets ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, Russell manages to get up into 9th place and make that switch. As Tsunoda was actually falling behind a little bit the pack of the rest of the top 10. Russell saw it and made the move. Stroll is right now extremely close as well to Yuki. Yuki is still actually attacking George Russell as we speak for that 9th place. It's super close at the back as well. All split by a second. Tsunoda, Stroll, Gasly, Alonso, Albon, and Ocon, all within pretty much within half a second of each other. So that is a pretty tight pack that we are not looking at right now. TV coverage has been kind of lacking this weekend, but it's, I think, a little bit better today than it was yesterday. Let's see a replay of the race start. That's a really bad start there by Leclerc in second place. Perez drives around the inside, almost took out a few cars right there, and that ultimately was what cost Carlos Sainz a good place at the start there, a good few places actually, because he was pretty much ahead of Leclerc going into P1. False start for Sergio Perez has been noted. Really. Oh damn, he just barreled through. It's a miracle that no one was caught in that. Let's see, Carlos Sainz. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty much behind Max Verstappen going into turn 1, but he had to take avoiding action because Chico was, no heroics into Susan Debot. What the fuck is that? It should be a penalty. He nearly took us out. Yes, Carlos Sainz is right there with that one. That's no racing incident. That's just whatever. That's unsportsmanlike behavior. I mean, that's really dangerous driving. Yeah, but the Alpines going side by side for a whole lap there is insane. Now looking at a replay of what happened between Alonso and one of the Alpines there. Alonso locked up and gave that position to who was it? Gasly there. Yeah, he locked up those tires and decided to give that position back. I feel like I have pace here, Carlos Sainz says. It's exactly what I predicted there. I think they may be switching them round because, Piastri is, well, maintaining right now the gap. 8 tenths of a second, 9 tenths of a second now between himself and, Charles Leclerc. They may be switching places to see if one of them can overtake Leclerc, but I think a real strategy this race, a real important factor, is going to be how they take advantage of the pit stops. That is going to be interesting. We're going to have to see how that works out. Lap 7 of 57 right now, as we are on board with that's not Piero Ferrari, that's Lewis Hamilton going slow. Yeah, no, I think that he's past Nico Hulkenberg, but it doesn't say how. It just showed them. Yeah, we didn't see it. That's the wrong camera, guys. As I said, the TV coverage today is, something. So this is how Hamilton managed to get past Hulkenberg around the inside into turn 17. Yeah, so Nico had to go really wide there. Almost touched. He missed the apex completely. It looked like a lot of laps in qualifying yesterday, and that ultimately cost him that position there. Nico Hulkenberg right now is ahead of Hamilton again, so he re-overtook him. What the plan is in a DRS train, asks someone there in the chat. Either overtake or yeah, we didn't even see the re-overtake there. My god, the TV coverage is not helping today. Is definitely not helping. So either you overtake or you pit. That's usually the strategy. So we still have 10 laps to the drivers until the drivers start to pit. Those who started in the mediums. Let's look again at Lewis Hamilton and Nico Hulkenberg. Yeah, so Nico is ahead. We didn't see how that move happened, how he managed to get back up in front. P7 for the Haas driver right there. Let's see, a replay of what actually happened there. Oh, so Hamilton locked up. Yeah, so Hamilton locked up there, and Nico was like, oh, well, I'll take that one. Round lap 17, so exactly one lap after the move. Yeah, Hamilton locked up with those hearts. Those hearts seem to be locking up a lot. Hamilton's locked up, Alonso's locked up, Magnussen has locked up as well, and we haven't seen Ricardo all race, so I don't know about him. Hi RS, how are you, dude? Good to have you here in the chat with us today. Lap 9 of 57 as we go through turn 3. Looking at those Ferraris, still Leclerc ahead of Carlos Sainz, still holding on to that 7/10 of a second gap to Piastri up ahead. As of now, I don't think any moves are going to happen between those two unless Sergio Perez gets pretty close or Leclerc starts to, lose touch with Piastri ahead. Hulkenberg is slow. He's losing so much time. Dude, he's overtaking Hamilton. Yeah. He's not doing too bad at all. But right now, there's a train, and it's led by him, and it goes all the way down to Alex Albon. Well, to Alonso, actually. Albon's out of the train. Number 1 and 3, according to my predictions, lots of work to get my top 5 sorted, says RS. 1 and 3, yeah. What's your top 5? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, and then Norris, perhaps, something like that. Hulk train, yes, the Hulk train, all aboard. But something that's going to be good for Hamilton is that if he doesn't manage to get past him, there's only around 10 laps. Still a lot. I mean, it's still double what we've done right now. Remaining to, the stops, the first set of stops. Remember, everyone on the mediums, which is the first 7, and then from P9 to P12 are going to be stopping earlier than the rest because they started on the medium compound tire. Yeah, so 7 seconds now between Norris and Hulkenberg there, as everyone struggles to overtake around this circuit now. Hammer time seems to be nowadays a hammer without nails. Yeah, but the hammer doesn't come with nails. You have to get them done, as he just did that overtake. Into turn 11, that's Hamilton right now ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. Let's see if he can pull away this time, or if it's going to be another mistake for Hamilton that puts him right back behind the Haas right there. Right now, Hulkenberg, does have DRS now, so it's going to be harder. But Russell is looking around the inside. But that DRS is just too powerful. That's not going to happen, at least this lap. That Mercedes has to get away, and I think he's got the pace, but he's got to get it done. He's got to break DRS, and I think that's how the train is going to continue to flow. Otherwise, yeah, everyone's going to get continuously stuck right there. As Alex Albon, though, comes into the pits, this would be a good time for, well, in a few laps, for Bottas to stop. Some awareness when we're racing would be good, Hulkenberg says. So he's kind of complaining about that overtake there, but I think it was pretty decent. Maybe complaining about Russell at the back. Let's see, once again on board with the Mercedes of George Russell, chasing that Haas. Nico now looking to be overtaken. I don't think he has the DRS anymore. Yeah, he's not got DRS anymore. And this is going to be defining for the rest of the drivers. I mean, assuming Russell could also break that gap as he overtakes. They're going through the start of third sector. Yeah, so no DRS for Nico as they go into turn 17 right there. So Albon fitted the hard compound tire. He came in from the mediums. He's doing a super undercut. Stroll also comes in. Oh, a big lockup there by Haas, by the Haas of Nico Hulkenberg. As they go into turn 1. That didn't cost him any positions, though. Some people are starting to react. Bottas, who started in the soft tires, is also coming in. So Stroll, Sargent, Bottas all reacting to get out of that train, to make the undercut, to see if it works. But it's a bit too early. I think lap 12 of 57, they're going to have to do a long way on... They're going to have to go a long way on those hard tires. More so Stroll. Stroll, has got some used tires from what it looks like. Oh, that's Russell about to make a move around the inside. And that is into turn 11 that they decide to make that happen. Russell is ahead right now of Nico Hulkenberg and up into 8th place. Pit window coming up for the top runners. No, it's a few laps away. It's around lap 20. So it's 8 laps away still. What does INT mean? The interval, the time between the drivers. DRS open for Nico, DRS open for that Toro Rosso behind. That's Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, and that's the Haas coming in. That's Nico Hulkenberg and Pierre Gasly, both entering the pits. So a bit of an early stop for those guys, but that means the train has been released and the rest of the drivers can push a little bit more. How did Alonso end up behind Ocon there? Apparently an overtake happened that I was not aware of. That should be sorted pretty soon because also Ocon does not have the DRS from Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, so Alonso's tires are 1 lap older, so they are 13 lap old hards, while everyone else is on. Oh, Russell's are 15 lap old mediums. Everyone else was on new rubber for the start of this race, or has changed to new tires right now after the first set of stops. Yeah, a few people have stopped. Everyone from Nico Hulkenberg down, so that's Hulkenberg, Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Sargent, and Bottas have all made their first pit stop. So we're looking right now at Alex Albon, overtaking someone there. Was that Lance Stroll? Yes. Oh, but Stroll came back round the inside, and oh, that was Albon off the track. Yeah. Albon left all 4 tires, put all 4 tires out, and then came back and attacked. So I think if it didn't give that position back to Stroll, that would be leaving the track and gaining an advantage. But he has given it back. So that should be no problem. Stroll is ahead of Alex Albon right there as Carlos Sainz comes into the radio. Are we going to try something in front, or we're looking into it? Yeah, classic Ferrari. Alonso's now really close to Ocon there. 0.8 of a second. Oh, no, over a second now. So it looks like the train is coming back. Perez trying to... Oh, yeah, Perez defending now from Lando Norris, trying to overtake right there. As they come through the final few mixed corners behind the long back straight into turn 16. Let's see if he can make something happen with the RS. Perez right there is a long way behind his teammate. Box opposite McLaren, Leclerc gets told. So if McLaren comes in, so if Piastri comes in, he should stay out. But if he stays out, he should come in. They're going opposite strategy. Let's see what McLaren decide to do, if they call in their driver or if they leave him out. Oh, well, they actually missed the pit entry. So they're going to have to wait a whole extra lap there. Yeah, no one came in. Oh well. Yeah, Ferrari came out there with no tires, so I don't think he was ever planning on stopping. Leclerc's now 0.6, a half a second behind Piastri. That still looks like he could be making a move. Norris 0.3 of a second behind Sergio Perez through the start of that third sector. Ferrari bluff, a very bad bluff of that. "15 laps have a lap." Piastri still holds the fastest lap of this race. Oh, Johnny Reggae, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. New fastest lap of the race has just been set by Max Verstappen, has just been stolen by Piastri, and then stolen by Charles Leclerc. P3 right there, a 132.689 by the Monegasque driver, as we're now looking still at the fight between Perez and Norris. P5 and P6 for them. Going through the first sector there, Russell, Hamilton coming right behind, and Tsunoda, Ocon, Alonso, Zhou. And that's Magnussen and Ricciardo looking really, really close. So Ricciardo might actually be trying to make a move right there. Not into turn 1, but perhaps through the second straight. Charles and Carlos need to ET. What? Leclerc might have the fastest lap, but Oscar is still keeping him back. Yes. But it does have the fastest lap. No further investigation involving the incident with Stroll and Albon, Jose says. That's good. I mean, that position was given back. There's no incident there. No incident. 13 years since that fateful moment. DRS is open for Lando Norris, trying to once again get ahead of Sergio Perez, to no avail. P6 and P5 for the two of them. Still right now as we enter lap 17 of 57. We're now going to see the rest of the medium drivers come in the next few laps. They may be extending by a few, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're starting to come in. Oh no. I thought a Sauber was overtaking Alonso there for the best channel there. Oh, thank you so much, Paula. Thank you for the donation. It is greatly appreciated. Zach Brown is who we're looking at right now. As we are back again on that fight for P5 between Norris and Perez. McLaren are looking really good today, P2 and P6. Yeah, Piastri doesn't look like he's going to be giving up that position, and Perez still seems to be catching up, still seems to be putting pressure on the Red Bull of Sergio Perez. So a McLaren pushing a Red Bull, it's something that we don't see every day. Trump was in McLaren earlier, was he? That's interesting. How did Stroll go from 11th to 17th? He stopped. He made a pit stop, like those drivers around him as well. Oh, let's see. Lando's trying to go around the outside, but I don't think there's a window big enough to make a move there. Perez has been called into the pit, so he's going to have to do the overcut, Lando Norris, in order to take that position. I assume he's going to be coming in this or the next lap. Perez coming in for a new set of hard tires. Let's see, it's a very good stop by the Red Bull pit crew. What's the time there? 1.9. Really good. Is he going to be ahead of Alonso? He is. Yes, ahead of Alonso, behind Ocon though, so that may be a problem. Who's been more disappointing so far this season, Aston or Merc? I think Mercedes. Aston Martin knew they were not going to be competing for the higher positions this season, same as unlike last year. I mean, this race was not good, but overall, I think they're doing better than Mercedes, mostly because they are driving with one driver, pretty much, as they have been for a very long time. And yeah, I mean, Alonso's keeping that the constructors fight alive, even though he's against Hamilton and Russell, two fantastic drivers in a Mercedes-Benz, which is, like it or not, a factory car. Scariest 3 words in all of F1. Stroll is behind. Yes, that is true. Well, actually, Ocon is ahead could also be an option there. Ocon is ahead is scary. So that's a purple third sector for Perez as he looks to make a move on Ocon, but right now he's a little bit stuck. The gap between himself and Norris, let me see. Norris, Sainz is the car ahead. We should go after him rather than protect against Perez. Yeah, agreed. I'll go get him. So Norris is already looking at, oh yeah, that overtake to Perez is done and dusted. That's, I think, because of the traffic that Perez has encountered. And now he's looking at overtaking Sainz and perhaps making it in, well, if everything goes according to plan, a double podium for McLaren. P9 for Perez as he gets past Ocon finally. But I think that was not a good move. That window was pretty hard. And I think it's going to screw with Perez's race. I think he just lost at least one place there. I mean, Hamilton's far behind because of the fight with Nico Hulkenberg. So there might be a problem as Leclerc decides to come into the pits. to try and undercut the McLaren of Lando Norris, probably, or even maybe Piastri. Not even an Ocon fan, but Alpine needs a point. Yeah, he's not gonna get a point. I'm sorry. But it's lost time bits behind Ocon, yes. Let's see where Leclerc comes out. Oh, P6, so that's really good. Let's see an overtake. Yeah, let's watch a replay of the overtake between Ocon and Perez, because we also did not get to see that one live. You're a minute 10 seconds too late. No, you should probably put the video on 2x speed and you should be caught up. I'm 7 seconds off the live feed. It takes around 15 seconds for what I'm saying to reach you. So in max, that should be max 30 seconds. A minute 10 is way too much. Norris, new fastest lap of the race. Yes. That's big. I mean, he hasn't stopped. Those tires should be kind of shot. But he's still pulling in the fastest lap of the race, lap 21 right there. Let's see how the gap evolves. A new fastest lap again. 4.5 seconds to Sainz ahead. 4.5. Let's see how that gap closes, and if it does close in the coming few minutes. Ricardo on Kevin Magnussen still. Those two are going at it. Nothing has happened so far. Has to go through turn 17 and start lap 21. Yeah, Perez is not making up any ground there with Yuki Tsunoda. 4.5. It's now 4.2. So Norris is making up around 1/10 of a second a sector. A little bit more, actually. 1/10.5 a sector. That is Lewis Hamilton being overtaken by Leclerc around the outside into turn 17. That was a fantastic move by Leclerc. Super clean. And it makes it up ahead into 5th place. He gets back that place. Oh, there's seems to be a can or a bottle of some sort in the track there. Verstappen radio. I hit that cone in turn 15. Check the front wing. Oh, so that's a cone there. That's in the middle of the track. Norris, new fastest lap as he goes 3.8 seconds behind Sainz. Oh, new fastest lap of the race by Leclerc now. Let's see a replay of what happened there, actually. Oh, okay, so he hit the bollard. Yeah. He hit the bollard, and yeah. It's now in the middle of the track. So let's see if there's a safety car, a VSC or something to clear that one up. Yeah, it's in the middle of the track right now. Yeah, that's in a complicated spot. They should be actually throwing a VSC. Everyone's trying to avoid that, and it's a pretty close call with the wall. I think there should be a VSC, and yeah, someone should be out there on the track to clear that one out. Did Sainz pit? No, he didn't. Let's see. Yeah, Bottas right now is okay. BSC. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. VSC as Bottas went through the corner where oh, so everyone is pitting now. That's interesting. Yeah. So the bollard is being cleared off now. So there's a gap between Bottas and Verstappen. Now there's a Marshall on track clearing that debris. Oh, a bit of something fell off there. And come on, because Verstappen is getting close to that corner. Guys, clear the track. Ocon, 2.5 second stop. So the VSC is ending right now. Yeah, so the midfield was actually able to take advantage of that one. Make up a few places. Gasly and Ocon are well into the points right now. Alonso's on the mediums. Oh, Alonso stopped. He's gonna have to do 30 laps on those mediums. Box, Verstappen's been told. Verstappen coming in right now. Did Norris pit? No, he did not. It's really early for that Alonso stop. He is on the mediums and is going to have to nurse those tires all the way through this race. In order to, yeah. Oh, Piastri's leading the race. That's that's fun. As Verstappen has a 2.2 second stop, of course. Fits in hard tires. That's Alonso looking to overtake one of the Haases. One of the Alpines. That's Pierre Gasly. Yes, P14 for driver number 14 right now. That's Ocon looking racy with Hulkenberg ahead. McLaren really great managing those tires. Yes, yes. They also didn't get the opportunity to stop during the VSC. They were off the pit lane. Our rest has been fun, member for 10 months. Legend, absolute legend indeed. Thank you so much, RS. It's good to have you here, buddy, still with us in the channel every weekend. Perez makes the move on Yuki Tsunoda. So this cost a bit compared to Piastri. We need to push a bit more for these laps. Leclerc gets told, yeah, but the race is long, guys. The tire feels good. He doesn't want to push a lot. As we are now looking at Hulkenberg getting overtaken by Ocon, probably being overtaken by Alonso next. There are a lot of cars looking to make that move right there. Nico Hulkenberg make his stop along. Oh no. Yeah. Russell, box. Yeah, Nico Hulkenberg made his stop like 10 laps ago. As we're now looking at that DRS flap open on the Aston Martin, Russell coming into the pits. And I don't think Alonso is going to be able to make that move into turn 17. No, he does not. A 3-second stop for Russell. That's subpar. Is he going to be coming out ahead or behind that battle that's raging? I think he's going to be behind. Or, oh my god, is he going to come out right in the middle of it? Oh, yes. Okay. Well, ahead of the Haas, which is crucial for the Mercedes. And I think it's gonna be Alonso really shortly right behind that Mercedes. But it's been good for the Haas that stop by Russell because it's given him the RS. So Russell comes out, yeah, P12 right now. It's super close between Alonso and Nico Hulkenberg. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's the overtake gonna happen. It was extremely close. There we go. Alonso is right ahead of the Haas, though he has to make those tires last, unless they are banking on destroying these tires and going for a two-stop strategy onto a set of softs. They have a new set of softs, Aston Martin. That may be a strategy that they do. I wouldn't think it would make sense unless we have another safety car or another incident on track. but it's always a possibility. Ricardo has not stopped yet, no. Ricardo, Zhou, Tsunoda, and the top three haven't stopped. Russell gets past Ocon right there. Yeah, so there's been more overtaking here than yesterday, which is good. It's impossible to see the curve now in the chicane, Hamilton says, because of the baller that Verstappen pushed off there in turn 15. Oh well, gonna have to deal with it. I mean, there's so much you can do about that one. You're not gonna put a red flag to put up another bollard. Silly questions, but is it necessary to have pit stop? No, it's not silly. That's the Haas locking up a little bit and letting Nico Hulkenberg go. That's Gasly losing another place. It is not a silly question. It is completely valid. And yes, it's not, you don't have to make a stop. But what you do have to do is use two different compounds of tire during a race. So while it doesn't say you need to make a pit stop, it says that you have to use two sets of tires during a race. So that means that you have to make a stop, and you cannot go from the hards to the hards, say, to make a strategy, or from the mediums to the mediums, which would be perhaps the fastest strategy today. I'm just, making that one up, but you have to put two sets of compounds, which inherently means a pit stop and inherently means a strategy that is more diverse than going from one set to the same set after that. Which compound is Norris on? The mediums. 27 lap old mediums. Still holding the fastest lap, this guy. 1.7 seconds behind Sainz. He was 5 seconds a few laps ago. He's getting closer. What a beautiful podium. Oh yeah, a beautiful podium indeed. Sainz being told to box right there. And that is Russell trying to go around the outside of Ricardo, who's yet to make a stop. Piastri also comes in. So Piastri and Sainz are both pitted. Norris is leading this race. Gasly makes the move on Hulkenberg once again to get up to P14 once more. .1 second stop for Sainz, a little bit slower than Oscar Piastri. Piastri holds that position. P4 he comes out. P5 for Sainz. Leclerc has stopped. Verstappen has stopped. Norris has not yet. Neither have Tsunoda. Zhou and Hamilton, has he stopped? Yes, Hamilton has stopped. Verstappen radio. It's really low grip. I locked up there again. Yeah, lacking a little bit of grip there, a little bit of track temperature. My ear itches. Hold on. Oh, yellow flag on the first sector. What happened there? Magnussen and Sargent are stopped. I think we may get a safety car. Chat, we may get a safety car. Yeah, that's the Haas going backwards, and that's Logan Sargent stopped at the end of the track there. Safety car should be coming out, and that is huge for Norris. Oh, Norris didn't come in though. Norris did not come in, but Sargent is out. He comes out ahead of the safety car, so he's able to continue pushing. So we may actually see some competition here and a race for P1. Perez and Tsunoda making their stops. Oh, Perez making another stop. And this may be a spot for Alonso to come in as well. I mean, it's only 5-lap all tires, but no, he does not make a stop. So Ricardo comes in as well. Sargent crashed again, guys. I just went over. Oh my god, I just figured that one out. Sargent crashed again? Really? This guy is not gonna be in the grid next year, remember that. Zhou, Ricardo, Hulkenberg, and Stroll. Stroll also makes a stop. Let's see what happened here. Hulkenberg. That's not Hulkenberg, that's Magnussen. Turn 1, they go cleanly through. Oh, he ran him off. So Sargent ran Kevin Magnussen off the track. What do I have to say that you don't already know? I mean, Kevin could have let off. He is extremely aggressive today. This weekend, actually. And I think Lando is making a stop right now. And he's gonna come out. He won. P1 for Norris. He comes out well clear of the rest of the pack and the safety car as well. That's a big gap. Yeah, but the safety car is not behind Verstappen, so is Norris gonna be a lap ahead? Oh, this is gonna be a long safety car, guys. Because Norris has to right now catch the safety car queue, and then race direction has to let everyone but Norris through to catch the back of the safety car, because the safety car is behind Norris now. It's not leading the race. There we go. There, everyone is being let off. That's Verstappen, Leclerc, Piastri, everyone overtaking the safety car. There we go. So, can Norris pull this one off, guys? Or, the curse. Will the curse find them again? Let's see, blue flags for the safety car. This is ridiculous. Yes, it is ridiculous. It's gonna be a lot of laps of running here. Norris has got a tire advantage, 7-lap advantage there. But Verstappen is Verstappen. We cannot discount the Verstappen factor here. Lando might DNF. I didn't want to say it, but since you said it, I mean, that's been the pattern so far. Did Sargent crash? Of course he did. But it's not going to rain today, so he may be able to hold on to this one. Let's see, where's the safety car? I have no idea where's the safety car. Is it behind? Is it ahead of Norris still? Magnussen is going extremely slow. He's 23 seconds behind Bottas. I don't know if he's got extensive damage or if it's just going slow. Sargent's about to get demoted to private. That's a great one. That's a great one. Magnussen, 10-second penalty for causing a collision. Oh well. He picks up like a... I mean, Haas could get ahead of Toro Rosso this weekend when it comes to points, but not race points, not championship points, penalty points. They may pick up 7 penalty points in one weekend. That could be a record. Hannah Schmitz looks kind of like Victoria Villarroel. Okay. I have to check that one with a few sources. Okay, so the safety car has picked up the front of the pack now. Ocon has some competition with the penalties. Yeah. What happened with Lando's gap? It was not gonna last. I mean, were you expecting him to be a lap ahead? When is the safety car gonna end? When everyone catches the cue. So I think it's gonna be at the end of this lap. Yes, there we go. Safety car ending. When was the last time a driver was suspended? I think it was Maldonado because no, was it Grosjean after? I think it was Grosjean after Spa 2012. I think it was Grosjean after Spa 2012. He was super close to being suspended again in 2019, I think, but you know, they just penalized drivers without giving them penalty points for a few races as to not damage the reputation. It was stupid. Oh god, I'm running out of water. Shit. I should have gone during the safety car. Now it's ending. Oh, I think I have a bottle. Hold on. Yes, I do. Yes. That's good. Okay. Emergency water. Green flag, and Lando Norris is racing up ahead once again, leading this race from Max Verstappen, Leclerc, and Piastri. Sainz, Perez, Tsunoda. Oh, and is it Verstappen? Verstappen looks to make a move into turn 1. Oh my god, it's close with Leclerc behind as well. Almost clipped the back of the Red Bull. That's the skid marks of the of Sergeant Williams there, as Lando still leads this race from Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc looks to be super quick as well. It's very close between the top few runners right there. Verstappen is 0.6 of a second behind Norris. It's going to be crucial for Norris to clear DRS. He's making a gap though. He's making a gap. He's under pressure from Leclerc more so than he's pushing Norris right now. Oh! Leclerc tries to go around the inside in turn 12. It's not enough to make it through. That's Yuki Tsunoda in P7 right now, ahead of Lewis Hamilton after the stop during that safety car. So no, Haas are not going to be overtaking Toro Rosso during this race. After this race. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap, and that is Verstappen over a second though behind Lando Norris's McLaren. .2 seconds. DRS is active now, as we are now looking at Yuki Tsunoda defending from Hamilton. trying to keep that position. Zhou Guanyu on the soft tires. I see. I think made a move on Nico Hulkenberg right there. Yeah. He is going quicker. A second and a half quicker than Verstappen, Norris right there. How many laps more to go? We're in lap 34 of 57 as we're looking at Carlos Sainz trying to go around the outside of Piastri. Oh, it's super close, and I think Piastri pushed him off right there. He may have to give that position back. We'll have to see what he does there in the end. Hamilton gets past Yuki Tsunoda, and Magnussen is very far off the queue still. 12 seconds. He keeps losing time. I think he's going to have to retire that car. May have a big hole on the side or something. Sainz, he pushed me off. Yes, he did, Carlos. He did push you off. 1.5 seconds from Verstappen to Norris. Norris is winning. Norris is winning indeed. A second and a half. He's doing a Verstappen. He's giving him a taste of his own medicine. So let's see. Carlos was ahead and Piastri, pushed him off. I think he should give that position back to McLaren. If Lando DNFs, I will cry, says Ishika Tamse. It's 2:30 a.m. right now. I am supposed to burn my eyes. What? No, you're not supposed to burn your eyes. Why would you burn your eyes? You should go to sleep. But don't, because this one's good. This one's a good one. 1.6 seconds, so the gap keeps extending. It's not shrinking. 1.7. So yeah, Norris is working those tires beautifully. They are also younger than Verstappen's. It was just everything went according to plan for them. Just tell him to give me the position and he doesn't get a penalty, Sainz says. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But I don't think it's gonna be as clear cut for the stewards. How many laps left? 20 laps left. So it's still a lot to go. 1.7. The gap between Verstappen and Norris now. 1.7. Sainz, tell McLaren to be telling him because they need to be telling him. Okay. Carlos, stop whining, dude. Let's see, Carlos goes round the outside again. Locks up a little bit into turn 11. Yeah, so the brakes on the McLaren are working phenomenally as Norris gets a 2-second lead. What? 2 seconds from Verstappen. Norris, new lap of the race. Oh my god, Carlos is on the rear of that McLaren. No further investigation. No further investigation there on Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri there. McLaren, 2.2 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. 2.2. He has to not screw it up, and he wins. Are we gonna see this one happen today? Driver is in Spanish, no investigation. Classic. Like, seriously, cheer for Lando and getting his first victory. Oh, hell yeah. If it happens. We cannot assume anything until it happens. 2.3 seconds. He's going so fast. He's going too fast. Let's hope it's not too fast. 2.2 seconds. New fastest lap of the race by Norris. Oh, let's hope he doesn't cook his tires. I'm so worried. I'm so worried. I'm thinking of everything that could happen. But Verstappen's getting a gap ahead of Leclerc right now. And Leclerc ahead of Piastri. Sainz now passing past Piastri for real. Yeah, that position was not deemed by no further investigation, so he didn't have to keep the position back, Piastri. The McLaren upgrade did a good job. The car is fast. The gap is 2.5. Yes, it is indeed. Stay focused, 20 laps to go. Yeah, leave me alone, Ricky, leave me alone. Carlos Sainz is really upset about that one. They are really close, though. Really close into turn 17. If Norris wins, I promise I will get drunk tonight, says Nino. Okay, lap 39 of 57. We're still looking at Piastri and Carlos Sainz. It's still raging on, and Verstappen's now 2.5 seconds behind Norris. Verstappen team radio? I can't get the car to turn. It's a disaster. No front end grip. And that's exactly what McLaren wanted to hear. Oh my. If Norris wins, I'll buy McLaren / Lando merch. Don't I have my... No, I don't think I have my McLaren hat here. Damn. Oh, look, there's a bot impersonating Jesus here. There we go. That was my guess. Max has some damage. I don't think he has some... Oh, yeah, well, he may have some damage from the bollard. Oh, that's Carlos Sainz trying to go around the inside. Oh my god, they kind of tangle a little bit. He just made it work, I think, through 17. A little bit of carbon fiber flew out there, and Piastri's gonna want to get that one back around the outside with the RS into turn 1, and he gets that position back and is back up ahead. Oh no, he goes really wide. He goes wide into turn 1. So that's Carlos Sainz up into 4th place. Nice fight there. It wasn't that clean though. Carlos, kind of risked it all going into turn 17. But it kind of worked out there in the end. Piastri locked up into turn 1, and that was enough for Carlos to get that position back. Failing to save the time penalty correctly. Oh my god, Magnussen is under investigation again. How many penalties is he gonna get? Oh, Piastri! Oh my god, Piastri just got double overtaken by Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton as well. Damn. So Piastri's down to P7 as Norris has got a 3-second gap to Verstappen. Piastri radio. Oscar, we see front wing damage. Box to replace the front wing. Oh no. Piastri's gonna have to stop. Sainz, the car is okay. Damn, I think that's pretty much it for Oscar. Unfortunately, he was looking so good. I don't even see any damage. Yeah, it doesn't... Oh god, that's a slow stop. Yeah. That's Piastri with a 11-second stop coming out behind Kevin Magnussen. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see what happened here. A replay. Yeah, Carlos just braking. He didn't have the confidence in the brakes, and Piastri turned into him in the end. Oh, damn. Yeah, okay, so I see what the problem is. The front wing snapped and then came back. So it's not fully attached. That one was gonna be flapping through the whole race. Yeah, structural integrity has been compromised and that front wing had to go. Damn. That's so unlucky. P1 and P20. Oh, P19. 3.3 seconds clear. Verstappen from Norris. New fastest lap of the race. Something is wrong with the car. Check the downforce, Carlos Sainz says. Oh my. Yeah, he's not closing the gap to Leclerc. He's actually widening it, and Sergio Perez is coming from behind. That's what happens when you make a shitty move, Sainz. Yeah, that was a pretty shitty move. Hamilton Team Radio, if you got any power, give it to me. He wants to get past Sergio Perez in P5 there. Lap 42 of 57. Lando Norris, 3.4 seconds clear of Verstappen. Max is falling back steadily. Yeah, I mean, I think Norris is getting away steadily because Verstappen and Leclerc are keeping that gap. And they're actually getting away from the rest of the pack a little bit. But Norris is on another level. 3.4 seconds. He's seen the opportunity and he's taken it. Three and a half seconds. The gap between P1 and P2 with 15 laps to go. Norris leading this race. What happened to Danny's comeback? It was never a comeback, dude. I told you guys. Carlos Sainz gets told we think the car is okay. So he should be racing same as usual. And what we're looking at here is Albon, Zhou, Ricardo, and Stroll battling everyone for position. Oh my god, Magnussen under investigation again for the turn 3 incident with Logan Sargent. New fastest lap of the race by Oscar Piastri. That's not Norris. Yeah. The Lando box. Heater box. Why wasn't that obvious already for investigation? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't officially announced, but Magnussen has 3 investigations open right now. 1 for incorrectly serving a penalty, 1 for the contact error, and 1 for aggressive driving that he's already had a penalty given to him for. So yeah, so 2 ongoing investigations, but three in total this race. And Fayed doesn't have enough staff to investigate Magnussen. Yeah, whole team of spies. My God. Four seconds between Norris and Verstappen now. He keeps pulling away. Will Carlos get a penalty? He's not under investigation. At least not so far. Piastri is closing the gap, though. He's setting new fastest laps. He's closing in, but I don't know how much that can, help. I mean, he has to overtake 9 cars in order to get in the points. What's up with Max's car? He's got no front grip. No front grip whatsoever. He's battling with those hard tires. Four seconds. 4.1. My God. Lap 44.57. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want him to screw this one up. Norris has to keep his head down, keep it cool, not do any risky moves. And it's his. That's a Stroll trying to overtake the Toro Rosso of Ricciardo. Those two have had a few encounters this weekend. Let's see, Stroll round the outside. Is that gonna be enough? I think it may be. Yes, Stroll makes it through and it's up into 15th. Sorry, I have bet that Lando will never win, says Googlu. Yes, you should be sorry. That's a horrible bet to make. Just yesterday, I was talking to a friend about the record that Lando has. The most amount of podiums without a win. Hell yeah. So that might be about to change. 4.5 seconds. Yeah, he's just well clear of the rest of the pack. Well clear. Perez is not Perez. Verstappen is not as unbeatable as we thought he was. All of a sudden, he's not leaning on his car, seemingly has no front grip. Yeah, that's because he made a stop. He fitted those new hard tires and he couldn't get them to work. We're now looking at Alonso and Ocon. Oh my God, those two have a history together. Hulkenberg got past Pierre Gasly there. Let's see that Renault-powered black car. Let's see, through the middle straight there. What happened to Logan Sargent? He crashed, of course. Alonso with the RS. He tries going round the inside there into turn 11, trying to get a better line. Oh, there we go. Under investigation, Carlos Sainz for the accident with Piastri. 5-second gap, damn. Let's see, Alonso's not gonna have enough to make the move here. We're now looking at Alonso still. Not much going on since the safety car restart. Ocon point seems real. Yeah. Some points for Alpine. I think these are going to be the first points for Alpine. Yeah. If he manages to finish in the points, of course. This is not over until it's over. We all know that. The last time these two tried to overtake each other, Ocon made a bonehead move and put it into the wall in Brazil. And that's Alonso going around the inside. Oh, that's a bit of a late break for Ocon. Yeah, no, but Alonso late breaks, Ocon late breaks, sorry, and gets him back. Even though they are going now through the complex of 11 to 15, and it's super close for the back straight with the RS, with a slipstream, 10 laps to go. This may be happening now. DRS on, slipstream, and Ocon blocks again. Let's see, DRS active as they go through the start-finish line. And yes, it looks like he's making the move. Yes, Ocon's braking a bit too late, but I think it's enough to set up. Oh, it's not enough to set up a good exit, but it's enough to block Alonso for another lap. Stroll up into 14th as he gets past Zhou Guanyu. Let's see, the RS open for Alonso once again. Try and go around the outside into 11, and he does it! And he does it. He gets the move done. He's passed into turn 11 of lap 48, and that's Alonso up into P9. That was a good overtake. Piastri getting past Magnussen, getting past Bottas, moving up into 17th already. Could be getting close to the points. That's DRS open for Ocon, but I don't think he's going to have the pace to counter. No, not enough speed there. And I think that's the move done. Five and a half seconds between Norris and Verstappen now. He's still leading. Investigation of the race between Sainz and Piastri for that collision at turn 17. So that won't be ruled out until after the race. Everyone is very, very nervous, I would say, at McLaren right now. Lap 49 of 57, as we just saw inside of the pits there. Alonso's now well clear of Ocon, a second and a half. Yeah, driver of the day, Norris is currently winning it by a lot, and I think that's not the only thing he may be able to win today. Lap 50 of 57. I think Sainz may get a penalty because he's Spanish. That wouldn't make sense. That would be consistent with FIA penalty giving in the last few times. But for driver of the day. There we go. I'm voting for Naldo Loris. Half a second now between Hamilton and Perez. Is that how they determine a penalty? Yeah, they look at the passport, dude. DRS open for Hamilton now. 7/10 of a second, half a second to Perez. The battle for 5th place is right there. As we start lap 51 of 57. 6 seconds between Norris and Verstappen now. Norris is pulling up Verstappen as we speak. It's insane. Let's see, Piastri is looking to overtake round the inside there. One of the Toro Rossos, I think that's Ricardo, and I don't think he's going to be able to make this one stick right now. They go side by side into turn 1. Oh, he does. DRS wide open. They are still side by side as they go into turn 1. The locks up. Piastri locks up, a little bit of a lockup, but he's still side by side. He has to concede that position to Ricardo there. He stays behind for the time being. Pretty heavy lockup there by Piastri. Piastri radio. Oscar reminder, Lando is leading the race. We do not want a safety car. Yeah, don't crash, please. Please don't crash. That's pretty much what they said. Albon just got past Lance Stroll. Stroll drops down to 14th place. Didn't Norris threaten to end his career if she ever wins, at least, as far as I remember, something like what? No, I don't know what she's talking about. Brits don't get penalties. Yeah, no, they don't. Lap 52 or 57, we have 5 laps remaining. That's Stroll re-attacking. That's attacking. Oh, he goes off the track a little bit and makes the overtake. I think he's going to have to give that position back. He left all 4 wheels off the track, and now he's lost another position, Albon, as he gets overtaken by the Sauber of Zhou Guanyu. So Stroll would have to give 2 positions back. I think he's just going to have to brave it out and see if he can get the penalty waived, but I don't see it. I think he's gonna have to give that position back. Stroll did not make that a clean move. Five laps to go. Oh my god, yeah, that was that 4 wheels off the track? Because it's 4 wheels off the first line, but not of the second line. I think that may stick. That move may stick. I think that move might stick. Stroll there. We'll see. Race control, Stroll, Albon incident. Yeah, noted for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Oh my god. Noted. Yes, it's noted. That means it's going to be under investigation later. When they're done with the investigations that they're doing right now. That is Ricardo. Oh my god, that's a very big lockup. Oh, and that's Alex Albon through. And almost into the barrier. Almost into the barrier. That would have almost been a safety car. A big lockup by Alex Albon, who loses a ton of places. And I don't think Stroll's going to be able to give that position back now. Off the track, but not into the wall. That was close, though. That was close. And Lando and Piastri's not attempting anything weird now. He's staying behind Ricardo, and I don't think he's going to be making an overtaking unless it's pretty obvious. Lap 54 of 57. 6.5 seconds to Verstappen. So, yeah. Lap 54 or 57. Who said someone bring out the safety car and need Max to win? Why would you? Why? No. Lap 55, so lap Carlos Sainz out of 57. Roy Sargent stopped in the map. He's out of the race. He's been out for a number of laps. Piastri gets past Daniel Ricciardo up into 15th. So lap 55 out of 57. 2 laps to go. Lando still leading by now 7 seconds pretty much from Verstappen, who still has no front grip on those hard tires. And I think he's let this one go. Let's see, he's going through the back straight into turn 17. Still double points for McLaren. No, Piastri's in P15. A replay of the overtake on Ricciardo. Round the inside onto turn 17. Okay. Lap 56 of 57. So 1.5 laps to go. The anthem, those guys wanting to listen to the Dutch anthem, I am very sorry, but I don't think you'll be able to do that this weekend. Those of you who prepared, who learned all the lyrics for this weekend, are going to be sorely disappointed, because we've got 1 lap remaining, 1 and a bit, and I think this is about to change. We're going to get some new stats here. We're going to get some new stuff going on. Did Sainz get a penalty? Nothing's been said so far. We'll listen to the Dutch anthem, don't worry. Have that little faith on Lando. Final lap, guys. Final lap. Who the fuck is Lisa? I have no clue. The only Lisa I know is from The Simpsons. lap 57 or 57 through turn 5, through 6, into 7, through 8. Come on. Oh no, the stream is freezing up. Oh, that's really bad timing. The stream is freezing up. There we go. Through turn 9. This is really struggling. Into 11. Why is it struggling so much? Oh my god. Through 14. Into 15. Third sector. Through 16. There's no rain here. The final straight. Come on, into turn 17. Through 17 into turn 18, and that's Lando Norris making his way through the final corner to win his first Grand Prix. Lando Norris is a Grand Prix winner. Lando Norris wins the Miami Grand Prix ahead of Max Verstappen and ahead of Charles Leclerc. He gets his first ever Formula One win after 15 podiums, after holding the record for most amount of podiums without a win, after 5 seasons from 2019, when he first started alongside Carlos Sainz, to 2024. He now wins, and his information alongside his buddies, alongside Verstappen, alongside Carlos Sainz right there, as he makes his way into Parc Fermé. That's Lando Norris getting his first ever Formula One win with McLaren. The wall behind me is on purpose. I painted it specifically for today. We're all papaya now, and we are all McLaren. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. McLaren taking a win there. That's Lewis Hamilton, or that's George Russell. I don't know who that is, but he is clapping. Yeah, that was Hamilton. That was Hamilton. Lando Norris team radio. No team radio. 10-second penalty for Stroll. 10-second penalty for Ocon. Damn. 41% of the vote of driver of the day, of course. And that's insane. Okay, let's go through the rundown. Lando Norris team radio. Hell yeah. A lot of screaming there in the radio. Norris takes P1 ahead of Verstappen and Leclerc. Then it's Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, George Russell, Fernando Alonso, and Ocon closing out the points. He did it. He finally did it. He finally did it. Dude, Max is washed. I cannot believe what we're seeing now. It's a complete disaster. Max Verstappen should retire from Formula One. It's a joke, of course. My God, but I reckon someone here in the chat is going to take it seriously. But a point for Alpine. They are now ahead of Sauber. They're not last in the championship. And yeah, that's been a nice way to finish what before today was, I thought, one of the worst weekends in Formula One history. That's been corrected. It's been a cracking race. The latter half has been rather boring, but the end was worth it. So yeah, it's been an honor to be here, because I've started commentating right after Lando Norris's debut season. I mean, middle of 2020. Yeah, so right now, his first win. Let's see him line up there. Guys, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to drop a like for Lando Norris. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. P1 right there. That looks really good. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks for Imola. It's gonna be. Let's hope it's gonna be fun, and this is a good way to end the weekend. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Well, I'm off to watch the podium for the first time in a long while, a very long while. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.